Hey, everybody. Welcome to Diva Dads. It's like episode 41, I think. There's an episode that is in the works that is a surprise for later. Yeah. How is it? I'm Dana.
I'm Rodney.
And I'm Adrian. Hi.
Man,
Dana, how you doing?
I feel like just like with Tuck, we're just missing a thing or two as we go through because it's been so long since we've done
One of them being Mike Kilgore.
Yeah, but do we really miss him? I mean, this is normal, so that's
It depends on the day.
true.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. Dana, how you doing? What are you drinking?
Kern's Irish whiskey. It's very good, very tasty,
Perfect.
and lots of water. So
Rodney, how was your day?
My day was a beautiful life in the neighborhood of a middle school teacher.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ew, Dana.
how was
Yeah,
your day?
My day was very good, very productive. Got a lot done. We had rehearsal for It Should Have Been You. We just staged the opening number, so that's exciting.
Nice, very cool.
So theater news. We closed Tuck Everlasting a couple weeks ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't even know.
3 weeks
It made
ago.
some money.
How do y'all feel about Tuck Everlasting 3 weeks ago?
Feel good.
yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a good show.
It was so incredible to get back on stage, which we talked about during the episode with the Tuck people, but two, just seeing the audiences and hearing their reactions, and like that's the kind of stuff that's why we do it, right? And the patrons really seem to enjoy the show. The show is a beautiful show. I highly recommend that you don't go to YouTube and don't search. Definitely not Tuck Everlasting. Maybe you'll find something, maybe you won't. But it's a beautiful story and a beautiful show. So we got.
Yeah, but they won't see our version on YouTube.
No.
Yeah, you might see it somewhere on my computer or a certain SD card, but I'm not sure about that.
And back to, we keep messing things up. Like, I forgot. Oh, hi.
Look how pretty you look. Your
wait, I did
facial
that the
hair
wrong
is
way.
growing back just fine.
Oh, gosh, the stash. Let's not talk about that. Rodney, what about Tuck for you, my friend? You were very busy.
I was very busy. It was a very, I was very busy. There was lots of costume changes. There was lots of movement of sets. There was lots of dancing, lots of choreography.
Yes.
I remembered at least 70% of it.
Even now?
No.
Okay.
No. Are you kidding? There's a whole nother show in my head right now.
I know. Well, yes. So in case you missed it, we closed Tuck 3 to 4 weeks ago, and we have since opened another show, James and the Giant Peach Jr., which we're going to be doing a lot of talking about in a short while with our special guest. Have we announced our guest? Because I was going to keep it a secret.
Announce
Okay,
it.
good.
Our two people will love to know who it is.
So no, surprise guest. You just have to wait
Oh, okay.
in anticipation.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
So we just had our opening weekend of James and the Giant Peach Jr. And immediately the next day we started rehearsals on It Should Have Been You, which is an absolutely hilarious and heartwarming show. It's really funny. Like there was moments in Tuck that were really funny. Like there were comedic performances in Tuck, but it was not a comedy. Mm-hmm. This is a straight up comedy. And I think Roger said it when he came to see, I think it was Bye Bye Birdie, which is somewhat of a dated show, but he came and what he said to me afterwards, like, it's kind of nice to just sit and laugh. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just a funny show. This is a funny show. Like, we only did the opening tonight. And it was hilarious.
Oh, it should have been, yeah.
It's funny. So that's theater news. Real quick, Roger Pine breakdown. Dana, describe the plot of James and the Giant Peach.
Magic beans.
Beans.
No.
Magic.
Wrong show.
Magic is in the show.
Magic is in the show.
Yeah, and somehow these animals come to life, or bugs.
Are they animals?
Bugs come to life.
Bugs, right?
And they're stranded out at sea and dying of dehydration, so they start eating the peach. or something, but I was always worried they were going to sink. I don't know. And then there's this cool moment where the bad guys are like, they get Wicked Witch of the Easted. Like, it's pretty cool. And yeah, it was a fun show. I enjoyed it.
I'm intrigued by the information that you took from the show.
Yeah.
Suddenly people are dying of dehydration.
Yeah.
I will say that there's kind of a narrator guy that kind of moves the story along. His performance, it pains me to say, it was really good. Really good.
Aw. So nice.
So is this also your When Kate Cries?
Oh,
Yeah, did you cry? Did you cry when I got on
started getting a
stage?
little emotional in that, with the whole relationship with, like, she had no one. Like, I don't know. That was rough. That part of that show is very adult and very
Dark. Well, it's very Roald Dahl because he wrote Matilda.
sure.
Little child mistreated by her family and everybody. Willy Wonka, these kids would die horrible, painful deaths. Spoiler alert. And then this one whose parents get run over by a rhinoceros.
Eaten.
No, they get trampled by the rhinoceros. Do they get eaten?
And yeah, it's weird. I think they get eaten.
Well, not in my animation.
I mean, it makes more sense that they were trampled.
Yeah, and then she has no one except these terrible aunties with bad fashion sense. So yeah. Yay. Good breakdown. Very fascinated by the information you left with. That's great. There are 2 weekends left of James and the Giant Peach, so plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So Kate Mitchell was actually here in town.
She was. I got to see her like 2 or 3 times. It was amazing.
Yeah, she was here for Casey Gilbert's birthday.
Wait, hold on. No, wrong one. Can you hear that, Dana?
Yes. Do you have a soundboard? That's fantastic.
Yes, I do. You hear that's my adoring public.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
fine. Okay, hold on. Nope, not that one either. Here it is.
Diva Point.
There we go. Diva Point. Okay. I'll turn it up a little bit.
Oh,
There we go.
Somebody
Okay.
take that away before he hurts somebody.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
It's gonna
I'm
be
going to
great.
use it all the time.
We had a great time using it with Tara. It's great. Yes, so Kate was in town, and I'm trying to think if she cried. I think she might have cried just out of pure exhaustion. She came in town for her sister's birthday, or not her sister's birthday, kind of a belated sister birthday. Rachel just came back from New Zealand, so she was quarantining, getting vaccinated, and so Kate had like a crash, see as many people in a small amount of time as you can. So at some point, I'm sure she cried, and that's when Kate cries.
And she saw me, Dana, not you.
Tears.
That's the second time in a row, by the way. I just want to point that out, Kate Mitchell.
She's not watching.
I know she doesn't watch. She only watches if she's on the show.
And even then, probably not.
she watches. She's there.
Yeah. Okay, so are we ready for our special guest?
I think we should bring our special guest on.
Dana, do you want to give her a very dramatic introduction?
Absolutely. There was this moment in time where everything stopped in the entire universe for a brief moment, and it was when Brittany Green stepped out into the world, and here she is, ladies and gentlemen, the Brittany Green. Thank you, Brittany. Welcome.
Applause.
Brittany, welcome to TTC Diva Dads.
Oh my gosh, thanks for having me.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
How's her levels, Dana? They all right?
I need
You
her
hear
a little
okay?
more.
Need her a little more. Okay.
I can talk a little louder.
No, don't. Just tell him to turn you
Okay.
up.
I'm turning her up.
He's like that bass player. I need more of me in the monitors, please.
I need more
Slap at the bass.
cowbell.
Slap at the bass. I slap at the bass.
I slapped the bass.
So welcome, Brittany. You are here because you are involved in our 2 shows that we are working on simultaneously. You are stage managing James and the Giant Peach, and It Should Have Been You.
Hold on a
Yes.
second. And stepped in for a show or 2 in Tuck as stage manager as well.
So the question we all have for you, are you okay?
Are any of us okay right
Oh, I
now?
can't
No.
hear her, like, at all. I don't know what
You can't hear me at all?
Who can't we hear?
Brittany.
Brittany?
Not me.
What happened? It's on.
Say something, Rod.
I'm saying something.
He's saying
I'm
something.
saying something.
He's saying
Things are-
something.
things
Things
are happening.
are happening.
I guess
know.
the level.
He got the levels. The level.
It's okay, folks. We'll fix that in post.
What about this?
Eventually.
What is this?
Are there people in there?
How about this?
Yeah. Who's watching? I'm not on the chit chat.
No one is chatting. It says one view. So if you guys are watching,
Hey, Linda. Happy
Hey,
retirement.
Linda.
It should be.
I'm just kidding.
You can hear.
I can hear it now better. Just like put your mouth all the way up to it, Brittany, and it should be fine.
That's what Brad said.
Make out.
What?
I could try another patch cable. I suddenly discovered that I've got all kinds of patch cables.
Brittany,
This is what.
Holy cow, they're like long.
Don't do that.
Just talk louder.
Just talk louder. Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's what's gonna have to be, or else we'll be here trying to fiddle with stuff. I don't know what's going on. I can't tell.
perfection.
All right.
Why would they give us these kind of patch cables? These aren't even useful.
I'm going to ask my question
Forget
again.
What is
Brittany.
wrong with you? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You have stage managed James and the Giant Peach. It should have been you, and also stepped into Tuck Everlasting. My question for you is, are you okay?
The answer to this question is no. No, I am not. But I don't think any of us are okay right now. I think all of us are going through a little bit of a craziness as we get back to normal as normal can be, I guess.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we just passed a holiday that should be a national holiday last
I
week.
agree with this.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Brit Miss.
Although I didn't bring it up. I did not bring it up.
You were our first happy birthday on this program a year ago.
Wow.
Guys, we've
Are
been doing this for a year.
Have we really?
Yeah,
We have.
yeah, I know because the website, the domain registration came up due. It was like, good thing I.
How did we hit an annual anniversary and we didn't say anything or do anything about it?
We were
Because-
a tuck, I think, when that started.
We were Tuck, James. It should have been you.
Yeah, but
should I
still.
remind you?
And our social media influencer, he's kind of out of pocket.
That's true. He hasn't been feeling so well.
So,
Mike's our influencer.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's everybody's influencer.
He is everybody's influencer. Yeah.
Influenza, it's all the same.
So what does it feel like? Does it feel like we never stopped, or does it definitely feel like we're back and it's different?
It's a mixture of both. I feel like I've lost a year, definitely. Stepping in and trying to remember everything that we do with each show, everything that happens backstage. Whoa. I'm so glad that we had a checklist. That was definitely eye-opening. I feel like what do you call it? The culture, the atmosphere, the vibe is just so much better than it was. I feel like everybody had a year to reset and remember why we do this.
Ooh, that's important. Yeah.
And came back and were like, yeah, I'm here to do this because I want to give something back to my community. I want to grow as a person, as a creator, as a performer. So it's been really great, in my opinion. I definitely feel like a year has gone by, but it's also interesting because it's like we were able to just pick it back up and just go. Like everybody was ready to just, yes, we want to be back, and we were back. Like as soon as you said, hey, we're starting, everybody said, yesterday, when we doing this?
I know. I was so scared everyone was going to say, no, thank you. But yeah, like you said, everyone had a year to miss it. And so when they came back, there was an understanding of how important it is what we do and why we do it. Because I've had experiences with a couple of different high schools in the past couple of months where some of them have had the same experience where the kids that are there are like ready to work because they understand how valuable this is, especially once it was taken away from us. But on the other hand, there are high school kids that are like, they don't really care to work right now. They're just kind of there because they're supposed to do it. And we didn't really have that issue of people just being here to goof around. People came to work, and thank goodness, because that was the only way we were able to pull all this off.
Yeah, how many days did we set, James? 17.
Do you count?
Yes, I counted.
You petty.
You're not wrong, Diva. Yes, that is 17 days that we put on a show.
And the issue that we've discussed with this show, it's because in our mind, we were like, it's a junior show. We do these like a week and a half every summer, right? But the problem is this isn't Aladdin. It's not The Little Mermaid. It's not these shows where everyone knows the music. It's James and the Giant Peach. No one knew this music, and it's not easy.
It is not easy. Like, how do
Shout
children sing this music?
Shout out to the Carabelle. Kind of
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, like took the bull by the horns whenever we were watching. We were kind of blown away a bit. Actually, all the talent of all the kids, even Rodney, it was really really something. And to know what we went through for Tuck to get through and put the show up very quickly, to know what they had to do it. I respect them so much. They're good, just good stuff all the way around from that crew. So.
You may or may not remember this, but we put up Mamma Mia in a similar time frame.
Yeah, it was just like 3 weeks.
Yeah, we had about 3 weeks for Mamma Mia.
Yeah, but y'all know those songs.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
Many of you grew up with them.
Huh?
Diva.
What did she say? Come on, I missed it.
She said
She
said
made an old person
old
joke.
person joke, but she pointed at you and not me because I'm right here.
I see.
Oh, no, you're my stage buddy. I
Yeah,
can't
we're
do
stage
you like
buddies.
that.
I see. And
I'm even wearing my
glad
shirt
the,
that I wore to Rocky.
Facial hair is back the way it's supposed to be.
You look normal again. I'm
Thank
not
you.
going to lie. It was really weird.
Weird? No, looks good.
Creepy even.
It's still jarring to see Rodney like this. I know it's growing back. It's very jarring. How is Mandy adjusting?
Sacrifices.
Mandy doesn't pay any attention to me. Mandy doesn't listen.
See, Charlotte was like, "How long do you have to wear that like that?"
I think Caden is the most shocked because he doesn't remember me without
Oh my
facial hair.
gosh.
So
He's
he
never seen your face before.
not really, yeah. So whenever I first shaved it, and I shaved it for Tuck, and I just want y'all to say, like, I just want y'all to know that I totally shaved it for a show that I was wearing a mask in. That's how much I wanted to come back, you know?
It's true.
So, point. Go ahead and give myself a point there.
Also, I do believe that you have discovered your inspiration for your character, and it should have been you. It's your wife, Mandy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we were
have
having
plenty.
some
I
good
have
character development discussions today, myself and Rodney. It's a tricky character. It's not so simple, not so yeah. There's layers.
Like an onion.
Like an onion.
Or a parfait.
Oh, shout out to Jackson Petty,
That's right.
who just played Shrek.
Just played Shrek.
That would have been amazing.
Mandy told she went and her and Kane went to see the show, and she said there was so much like set chaos.
Oh.
So it made us very thankful. She was like, I'm very thankful for your stage managers because
Heck yes!
little props, because she said, so you know the scene where Shrek goes up the tower and he's supposed to have his helmet on. He didn't. And so there's this whole like dialogue about the fact
About
that
taking the helmet off.
about that, you know, he's probably this handsome prince, and he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so he gets about midway through the scene, and they realize that they don't have it, and Mandy says you could just hear the helmet go sliding across the stage, and then Jackson reaches down and puts it on. Like, yes.
That's amazing.
Like, those are the kind of things that make live theater.
Well, one of the costumers and set designers for Shrek is Karen Shriver. She's the woman who, like, on her day off, came and made our grasshopper.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And if you have not seen that grasshopper, it's amazing.
It's so cute.
She did it in like a day.
Yeah. Well, guess who made the earthworm?
I was about to say that earthworm slaps.
Yeah, the eyelashes
Actress that was the earthworm.
on fleek.
The earthworm as a whole.
Earthworm as a whole. Pretty
Yeah.
stinking precious.
She does
She-
actually kind of kill it, though.
She got a standing ovation the first show.
Because she. Oh,
Wait, during the number?
Right after the number, she got a
Stop
standing ovation.
yeah.
That's
I didn't realize you didn't know
amazing.
that.
I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Dude,
And we didn't
That's
have
because
any.
I was in the show that year.
We didn't even have any plants in that show.
Wow. My favorite thing has
Wow.
been backstage. She's like, I'm about to turn 15 and I don't want to do this. I'm turning 13. I've decided I'm going backwards. I was like, I think your dad would like that.
Yeah, I'm cool.
A
Wait.
lot, actually.
Speaking of, can I say the advice? Okay,
Sure.
so in the number, so Dana, you saw it. It's like this little Latin number. She gets to get a little groovy. She gets cha-cha, gets to shake her booty just a little bit. So we were talking about how far we were going to go with this. And I said, we might want to check with your parents, make sure they're comfortable with some of these dance moves. And she says, hey, Mr. Bettis, is it okay if I shake my butt on stage? And you said,
I said it's okay to advertise, just don't sell.
Oh, Rodney.
But know your worth. Know your value.
Yeah.
Know your worth.
I'm all about empowerment. I think that's empowerment, right?
I think it's
Absolutely.
great.
Sure.
I think it's great. So question for you, Brittany. So you stage manage. Why stage managing?
I like to be in charge.
Oh,
100%.
know thyself. This is great.
Hey, I'm not going to lie.
It's very Slytherin of you.
You rat.
That's right. Atta girl.
Oh, I have a story to tell after this. It's pretty good. Actually, it's really good. It's funny. I like to stage manage because I like to be in control. I like knowing that a show does really well because of the work that I've put into it. I like having a cast that trusts me and knows that it's going to get done. Being that person for people is fun. And I like someone who likes to see the product of their effort. And I feel like being a stage manager is the perfect spot for that.
So I
Yeah.
believe there was a
Backstage and
moment
not be on stage.
in the tuck where you were subbing in, and I don't know what happened. I don't recall, but you were running down the hall. You're like, move, I forgot, blah, 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 and you kept running. Like, so do you, as a stage manager, as we discussed earlier, like there's things that you're, oh crap, I forgot this, and this. Is there stuff that you're kind of having to refresh yourself on, and I forgot X and Y?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. When I came on to do James in the Giant Peach, I started going through my Google Drive because I am very anal when it comes to
No one
keeping
loves
lists.
this spreadsheet more than me, except for her.
Yeah, like for real. So I found a document that Catherine, Beth, and I have actually been working on for a couple of years now, creating a stage manager manual of sorts of like what to expect when you become a stage manager, when you're stage managing a show.
When you're expecting a show.
Yes,
What to expect
when you're expecting
A show.
a show. And so it was really good to find that. And it's been very helpful, but even that's been incomplete because there's things that we've added on
Yeah.
that we've had to add on, and things that we've removed because it's no longer an issue. It's not something we've got to worry about.
But when she came in for James, she was like, oh, when do we do this? I was like, oh, we didn't do that for Tuck. Thank you for reminding me. Because we've talked about that on a board level. Now that we're back up and running, there's all these things that we would normally just be on autopilot. And we're having to relearn all of it. And that happens at every level of the theater, on the board level, from the stage manager level. For me, it's just every day is like, oh, I forgot to do something that it's already late. But yeah, thank goodness for the spreadsheet, because then we would have not remembered all these things that we were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's been fun to remember.
And recreate.
Yes.
And what's it like being stage managing with all the children?
So it's my
including
favorite thing.
including the 45-year-old child that you have next to you.
Yes, he might be my favorite.
Diva point.
It's
Yeah, where's that?
actually my favorite thing.
Point.
I purposely asked to do the kid shows, mostly because I know I'm the one that has the most patience with kids, which is really interesting because if an adult wastes my time, Lord Jesus, watch out. Am I wrong?
No.
No.
Exactly. But when it comes to kids, I don't know what it is, but I have patience that's almost never ending, it seems. And so I just really love it. I love seeing the kids discover the story while on stage every single night. Like for them, it's brand new almost every night. It's so
Yeah, because they
fun.
keep forgetting it.
Okay, well, I wasn't there. He got burned.
But you're right, because I told Nina's mom the other day, like, it's like we've got a bunch of, not only do we have
10 new people.
Yeah, 10 new people
Out of a cast of 19.
Yeah, like that's a lot of newbies.
Well, and I think that what made the show hard was not so much that it was kids, but that it was so many new people.
New people and new kids, yeah.
In 17 days.
I'm sorry.
But I saw Nina's mom was the stage mom. Mm-hmm. Is that what they're called? Stage parent?
Backstage parent.
Backstage parent. And I stopped her in the hall. I was like, dude, it's been so, I didn't call her dude. I said, it's been so fun to watch Nina like kind of come out of her shell and get more confidence and stuff like that. So that's really cool to watch with kids in particular, because I think they're more willing to take some chances that a lot of adults don't want to do.
Oh, absolutely. We have one little redheaded kid. He's not little anymore. My little Jacob Trimble.
He's all grown up.
He's all grows up.
He got to step in for one of the little bit roles. Buzz. And that boy practiced forever for that role. And when he got up there, he killed it. And he was so proud. And he came off and he was like, Miss Brittany, I couldn't have done better. And like that's why I do this, because that to me, seeing the pure joy and pride that this kid had of just performing, doing what he loved. I could go on forever.
So if I may, so I've known you as a stage manager, as an actress, as a bud here and there, what's up? But like hearing you talk all like caring and gentle is something I've just never heard. So it's taking some adjustment here, because I'm usually
That's why she's a Slytherin.
What?
That's why she's a Slytherin.
Correct.
Nobody gets that reference.
Well, okay, now you can tell that story.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we were hanging out in the lobby, and Adrian had gone upstairs, or so I had thought.
I went halfway up the stairs.
And one of the kids asked, Miss Brittany, what house are you in? And I said, oh, that's easy. I'm a Hufflepuff. And from the stairs, you hear,
no, you're not.
And I was so upset. I just screamed, I didn't know you were there. I thought you went all the way up.
But I have a question. When did you accept Voldemort as your Lord and Savior?
No. I am not a Death Eater. I am a Slytherin. They are different.
When did you accept yourself as a Slytherin? Because this has been a long fight.
You're not evil, Slytherin. It's just a different perspective.
This is a guy who like understands the dark, like he understands the Empire. Like he's like, they've got points. No, they don't, Dana. They don't have points.
Okay, but I have two questions. One, when did you accept yourself as a Slytherin?
It was probably during quarantine, honestly.
Ooh, do tell.
A lot of growth that happened. I realized that I wasn't as nice as I wanted to be. And as hard as I tried, anytime I was that, it came off very phony, which was very Slytherin-like.
Interesting.
Gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case.
This sucks. And so I started accepting it. I still don't like the color green, but like silver looks good on me, so we're good.
I'm totally lost.
Green and purple are complementary, though. So
that is true, and purple is the color of Britmas. So
yes.
I had a shrine.
She did have a shrine.
Tell
it was amazing.
Dana about your day.
It literally looked like a funeral. It was so funny. I walk in, everybody's wearing purple, which just touches my heart because it's my favorite color. And so everybody, a visual representation of how much people love me. Oh, thank you. And then I walk down the platform ramp to the bottom of the red, and there is a nice large ass picture. Sorry. There was a large picture of my face with purple balloons around it, fruit snacks, and Dr. Peppers. I had a freaking shrine.
So many. And then
it was a lot.
Then I go to tuck Josie in on Sunday night, and there's Brittany's giant face because they blew that picture up and she took it home. And so it's on display in my house.
On display, on display,
Josie
on
has it.
display.
Yeah.
Each and every day,
Josie has
every
it,
day,
and so-
every day.
Why? I'm
She
gonna
loves
ask
you. She loves you.
I love her too. Oh, I love all these kids. I miss them, man. It was.
She may need a place to live if she doesn't get her school.
We
Like
had a
under
conversation
control.
about that the other day, about her issue with deadlines. And I said, why? And she says, I don't know. And I was like, well, then you need to figure out the answer to that question.
Oh, I can tell you why. Because deadlines don't matter to someone who's creative. Someone who's I get it. I'm not saying it's right, but I get it. Someone who's creative, deadlines don't matter because why are you going to put a deadline on my creativity? You're putting.
Because a show has to go up in 17 days.
Yeah. How much time do we have between the closing of James and the
Shh, don't
opening
ask
of
questions.
It Should Have Been You?
More time
Well, if
than
you
we
go
had
to,
for
www.theatercompany.com, you can see our schedule and our list of shows for the rest up until October.
up until October. Then we got some treats
Then we
coming.
got some treats.
Stuff.
Trick or treats.
Very exciting.
Are we going to do Rocky this year? I really hope so. I missed. That was so fun.
I'm not allowed to. I'm not at liberty
We
to
hope so.
say.
We hope so.
We hope so.
Since.
We hope so.
I know.
Since.
I can guarantee that it won't be a drive-in.
Thank goodness.
Hey.
Although I will say though, that was a blast.
That was
It was a lot of fun.
And I think it was a great way to say, hi, we're still here. And most of the people that were there,
very loudly.
yeah,
And with
we like to apologize to the city of
Vulgarity.
Bryan.
Listen, that piano player though, poppin'.
yeah, she was. Yes, she was.
Yeah. It was an
I
adventure.
will come for you.
No, it was a great, we got a lot of new people that had never been there before. And that was fun. And it was an experiment. And while not the lucrative blockbuster we hoped for with Rocky, it was a dang good time.
I think if we got new people here to learn our name, to show up to our place, so they know where we are, it's a success.
Word.
To your mama.
To your mama.
Oh, that
So, yeah, maybe Rocky, maybe.
What's your dream season? Oh God,
Oh,
I
this-
shouldn't have asked that.
Yeah, this may take a while. Okay, you only have six shows to pick.
That's it.
Six
You get
shows.
6. Why are you going to perform a
There's
song
only
from each
one.
show or a monologue?
Your head's your head's cut
Your
off.
dream girls, boys will make you happy.
All right, Dream Girls.
Dream Girls,
That's
okay.
number one.
Oh, well, that's why it
Did you-
didn't work. It's not.
It's not freaking plugged in.
Oh my God, Rodney! I asked if it was on. You were like, "It's on."
It was totally on. Listen how velvety smooth her voice is now.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, now it's too loud.
Hello.
Totally clipping. Okay.
Oh my God.
So yes,
It's
Dream
like
Girls.
We keep forgetting
Okay.
things as we've been discussing and plugging.
Yeah, exactly. It's been like a month since we've done
I
this
do have
show.
a question. You do know why we cannot do Dream Girls the way with you as a dream girl, right?
Yes, I have accepted this as my reality.
Okay.
However,
Checking.
5-year-old Brittany was not so clear on who she was.
I get it. So take Dream Girls off the table. What else would you do?
I mean, it's dream season. You can still have dream girls. Just you can't be what you want to be in dream
You
girls.
cannot be Effie.
I can't be Effie.
No.
And that would, yeah. It's just beautiful. I don't really know. I would love to do 6. I think that would be really fun to do.
In a few years.
Yeah, when it's available.
I would do any of them, any of the 6, because they all are fun.
That
yeah.
sounded dirty.
Yeah, we are PG.
I mean-
so we're okay still.
Okay.
Sorry, Linda.
What other ones would I do? I would do Rent, just because
Ooh.
that is the musical that put my heart on musicals, and so it will forever hold a special place for me. And then also Adam Pascal touched me, so you know.
Oh my
Pascal
gosh.
kissed me on the cheek.
I sang for Adam Pascal the longest.
You did.
I did. He was like, "Continue. I want to hear your angelic voice." that was actually when I started believing that I could sing, if you want to know the truth.
Hey, you need that encouragement.
When a professional Broadway star is like, continue, please. You're very good at this.
What's the name of the band he was in School of Rock? The opening band.
That was him.
Yeah, he's the lead singer.
I don't remember.
Sorry, Brandon. I don't remember a scene in School of Rock. That's a shame.
But he wasn't the one wearing the only the
wasn't
arm sleeves or whatever.
The guy who eventually went home with Joan Cusack.
Yeah, no, I don't remember the name of the
Tried
band.
to go home with Joan Cusack. It's a great
I
movie.
love that movie.
Oh, goodness. What other ones would I want to do?
Did they do a musical of that?
Yeah, it's called School of Rock.
But they did a musical.
Yeah. Oh, and it's actually
Hercules.
Probably
written by
called.
Andrew Lloyd Webber. And when Mike Kilgore auditioned for Rock of Ages at Tuts, he sang a School of Rock song for his audition.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, Hercules, yes, love. What else?
I don't know.
All right,
And
the world is looking at Adam Pascal right now, in School of Rock, with the guitar and his blue shirt, all the way unbuttoned, and he's singing.
He's so pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it have the name of the band that he was playing for?
No, but No Vacancy.
No
Vacancy.
vacancy. Yeah, that's it.
Also, he has not aged a day.
Mm-mm.
He looked so good.
He did. He takes care of himself.
Since we're talking about Broadway stars, can we talk a little bit about Dear Evan Hansen?
So I didn't watch the trailer. I don't know any of the music. I know Come For Me, It's Fine.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm with you.
But I don't understand, just from the pictures that I've seen and from what I have picked up about what the story is, isn't he supposed to be in high school?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's my biggest problem with it is that he's 28, right?
Yeah, very
He still has a baby
clearly.
face, but that hair made him look.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah, the hair's a bad idea. But I really think so. Josie told me, well, his dad's producing it, so of course he's going to make him start. I don't care, really. Like, he's reached that point of stardom where does he really need daddy to,
Who are we talking about?
you know, like he's
Ben
going to
Platt.
Ben Platt.
Ben Platt.
Oh, okay.
So I think Ben Platt could probably get his own, like Josie may be completely misinformed.
Well-
That's fine. She's 14. But even then,
She's
like
perfect.
she is perfect, but also misinformed frequently. She also doesn't listen. So,
I got you,
but
girl.
my thinking is that this is a guy who's like, he's got it on, like he could probably get his pick of shows, right? If they,
Kind of. Okay, so I have mixed feelings on this because
Okay.
yes, I think he looks too old, but I also think part of it is the hair. But on the other hand,
Lion King.
it's a constant. Good call. It's a constant thing, a trend that Broadway stars. They originate a role, they take it far, they win Tonys, and then they get replaced by a movie star with a big name. So on the other hand, it is kind of cool to see an actual Broadway person continue a role from the stage to the movie because that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
They get replaced by Anna Kendrick
or
Oh, it
Audrey
or
Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn,
it
which is
happened in
lovely
My
as she,
Fair Lady.
or Natalie Wood
yeah. All right. Well,
or Barbara Streisand. That movie
Well,
Hello
that's
Dolly
okay.
is a
You can replace
disaster.
her.
is it?
She replaced Carol Channing. How dare you?
Oh.
No, I said you could
know
replace
that.
her.
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
She's irreplaceable.
To the left,
Irreplaceable.
So I don't know.
She
I have
annoys
mixed
me too,
feelings.
Dana.
It's cool, but also the show as a whole is not for me because I need a break from the emotional roller coaster that is Gen Z. So like count me out. In general for the show. I didn't like it from the beginning.
But come see James and the Giant Peach.
Yes,
It's full of Gen
right.
Zers.
But the story
Full of
is
Well,
not
it's
Gen
Empowered
Z.
And
and
Rodney.
don't lie to their schoolmates about terrible things.
Oh no, he's a terrible character.
terrible
There's no
character.
doubt. In fact, Josie was the biggest Dear Evan Hansen fan, and because she mainly loved the music, and then I think we got her the book, or we took her to the show, and she was like, I don't like this guy. He's
Yeah, he
awful.
sucks.
He's
Sucks.
awful. So the character of his name's not Evan Hansen. His name's something else, right?
No, yeah. Evan Hansen is the guy that
That
dies
dies.
in the beginning.
Yeah. Spoilers.
I've never seen it, so yeah. Thanks.
You're probably fine, Dana.
I
Yeah.
probably
think
am
you're
good
good.
not
It'll
seeing
probably
it.
just make you angry
Yeah,
at this
I'll
generation.
probably go see it in theaters. Is it going into theaters or is
it
it?
is.
Yeah,
I'll
probably.
probably go see it in theaters just cause.
I would say ditch that. Go see West Side Story.
Ooh.
They were
That
doing
preview was
Oh, I
beautiful.
haven't seen
That
that.
preview was beautiful.
I saw In the Heights.
That one is good too. There was a day during Tuck where Lucas came over and without a word, he shows me his phone. And it was an Instagram where they listed the songs from In the Heights that had been cut for the movie. And he and I were like, no, that's fine. How dare you? Like it was this very quick assessment of the decisions that they made. But I was kind of annoyed at some of the ones that they cut. Like I get it, but
Why did they? So they're not doing like Hamilton, right?
no, they made
So,
an actual movie.
They're actually like okay, and that's why you have to cut. So does that mean they added dialogue?
They added dialogue. I know that they added original songs because that's how you become like an Oscar contender by writing like one new song for the movie.
Gross.
That's weird. Like, so it's adapted otherwise, and so they're just not. It's not best original.
Right.
One. Okay,
Right.
but
But-
Lynn wrote the new songs.
Yeah. And it's a great
We're on a
cast.
first name basis.
We're on a first name basis.
So are me and Adam. I still have his phone,
Okay.
his number in my phone.
Yeah, I guess I'm just like the odd man out because I was watching what is that? The Golden Compass, but it's not the Golden Compass, it's a television show.
Oh, Dark Things.
His Dark Materials.
His Dark Materials.
And
Got it.
I was really enjoying it, and I do enjoy it, unless he's on it. And
You don't like Lynn?
I don't think it's something about his acting. I don't.
He's
don't-
not very good at it.
Oh, so I'm not the only one that's
That's my
feeling.
friend.
He says it.
Yeah, that it's true. Like
Okay.
even watching Hamilton, I'm like, is there not anybody? Like, so there's got to be
But I'm
somebody out
like,
there.
I'm just a novice, right? Like I'm just trying to, and here I am going. Is this guy? Like I feel like okay,
It's
just
like
shut up,
you
Dana.
accept and appreciate him because you understand the genius of what he created. So you accept that, like, all right, you did all this work, so yes, you get to play the lead.
So 100% would never disagree with what he was able to do with his creativity and building that show out.
But where's the understudy?
But the acting pieces just.
But
and
where's
you know
the
what? That's
understudy?
why I turned off the new Mary Poppins. I got about 15
I did
minutes
like him
in, and
in
I was
that.
like, I can't watch this. I mean,
I
But-
just skip his song.
But I liked the book one. I liked the book song with him and Emily Blunt.
I love the movie. I mean,
I thought the movie was good, but it's really hard to follow Dick Van Dyke. Like
yeah.
you know,
you
like
have
that's-
to go into that movie with a blank expectation.
see that's why I will not watch the live action Aladdin. I'm just not gonna
Oh,
watch.
Oh, I
That's
won't.
terrible.
I will
Well,
not
I mean,
either.
it doesn't matter how much you love Will Smith or how much he brought to the role. There's just you're not going to replace Robin Williams and some great animators. It's just not going to
Also, they
happen. So
wrote
why
some
even?
bad music for it? Yeah, it's not good.
Okay.
I never
well.
made it all the way through. Even Ryder was like, meh.
Oh,
Can we watch Frozen?
Can we go see the plant? Can we go see Audrey
Can
too?
we see the plant?
oh,
Did we ever? Never mind. I don't want to say it on public.
what was your favorite role that you've played at TTC?
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the guest. When he asks questions that aren't like mean, they're to the guest.
I really like the role of costumer.
On stage. Twit.
It's really a toss up. I really loved playing Ernestina. She was funny. I literally got to be a Pepto Bismol person on stage
With a unibrow.
with a unibrow and awful makeup. It was great. I got to lean into my tackiness 100%. But then I also really liked playing Jewel in Best Little Warehouse in
You
Texas.
can say whorehouse.
Okay, Best Little Horse House.
Maybe she
Whorehouse.
can't.
I can't. In Texas.
So which one of those was an actual stretch for you?
Neither.
I need an
No,
air
but
high
here's the
five
key
for that
thing.
one.
But here's the thing. Jewel was not a whore. Jewel was the stage manager of the whorehouse, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
she was.
whorehouses have
She was
stage managers.
Well,
They
she was
have
the
ladies.
live-in help.
And what does she help?
turning the
never been.
rooms over.
Dana,
Yeah.
Dana, what does the help do at a whorehouse?
It was a lot of
Everyone gets
fun.
dressed.
I didn't have to. Yes.
You were the costumer and stage manager as Jewel in the whorehouse.
And I kind of stage managed that show as well.
What'd you do?
I had a chill.
Did you do a diva point for her for that one?
That was a diva point for sure.
Point.
Oh, got it.
That was a diva.
Diva.
Oh, I probably
Yeah, that was a
deserve 3
diva
for that
part.
if we're going to be honest.
That's fine. That's fine. I accept it. That was a fun show.
It was a fun show. That was an interesting show.
That's
was
one
fun.
that people want to see again, right?
No, we want to do it again.
We wanted, I would do that again. That was, yes.
The hard part. So when we did the show, roughly 10 years ago, everything's 10 years ago. It was
like
great.
4.
It was a huge hit. It was a huge hit 10 years ago. And every once in a while, and we've talked about this recently with the board, it's like we want to know what our audience wants to see, but sometimes it's like we shouldn't take their advice. Because Randy also swears that they voted their like top 5. No one came, the shows that he picked that were audience picks, no one came to that season. No one came to it. And so he says that, Whorehouse was like the number 1 pick and no one came. But here's why, and then we got some complaints because of the language and such. But here's what I think happened as far as the language goes. When we did it 10 years ago, Chaz Pittman played Ed Earl. And he had this great like old man mumble as he spewed his profanity.
Right.
Harold Presley played Ed Earl this most recent time with you as Jewel and Adrienne Rowell as Mona. Harold is a very articulate person. And
Yes,
he
he is.
enunciated every GD word. And those words hit a lot harder than they did 10 years ago with Chaz. So I think it had a different effect on people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
He killed that role though.
He was so good.
He was,
talked about
that was a great show.
Yeah.
That was a great show. And those costumes were really good.
Oh, here we go.
We did a great job.
Diva point.
I think 192
Point.
costumes, I just want to say, was in that show. We're in that show. And we had a cast, I think, of 23. Yes, I do remember those numbers because it was those
We had
weeks.
to change like 5 times.
It was-
It was
yes.
ridiculous. Like every number we were changing clothes.
And Dominic, the wonderful Dominic Oliver, played one of our kickline ladies during that show.
Yes, he did.
And it was wonderful because during the procession line, when we were still able to come out here and do it, everybody would ask, but what happened to y'all's black kicker? Where is she? She was so good. I want to tell her how good she was.
He is back down there.
And that's what we would tell everybody. Oh, he's actually down there. Oh my God.
So my grandmother had told me, like, I don't know who that boy was that came out at in the end and was dancing with that other little girl, but that guy could dance, and I was like, that was
Talking about Lucas?
that was Catherine dressed as a boy.
Oh, that's right.
And she goes, no, that was not. That was a boy, and it was wearing one of those little hats and like a tan. And I said, Mimi, it's Catherine. Trust me, I know what you. Then you don't know what I'm talking about because like 5 minutes of arguing, and I couldn't convince her, so I gave up. But yeah, there,
How
people
many
who
shows has Catherine been a boy in at this point? I can think off the top of my head 3.
Fiddler, Tuck. What's the third one?
Joseph? Was she?
She wasn't in Joseph.
Cynthia was a guy in
Cynthia
Joseph.
was the
Cynthia
dude.
was the dude
Yeah.
in Joseph. I know that there are others.
Speaking of whorehouse costumes, though, the like amazing. So y'all remember the '70s dress that Cynthia wore at the end of Tuck?
Mhm.
That was my dress in whorehouse.
Yes, it was. That was one of my favorite pieces.
I loved it.
I remember you bringing that in and being like, we're going to find a place for that. I don't know where, but someone's
I'm
wearing
wearing
that.
What brought you to TTC in the first place?
The first or second time.
Yes.
Both.
So the first time was when I was 20. It was the end of April of
It was the
2011.
best of times. It was the worst of times.
And I'm just going to lay it out there. I was going through a really bad depression. And I was working by myself, and then I lived by myself. And so I was literally by myself all the time. And anybody who knows me knows that I am not someone who can be alone. I go crazy. So I decided to do theater. It's something that I had come to see when I was in high school with some girlfriends of mine. So
What'd
I
you
came.
see?
The King and I, actually.
I love
Sorry.
that. I love that
Uh,
show though.
I know, but it's one of the things that like we shouldn't talk about because we did it.
Yeah, we
Oh,
shouldn't.
oh,
we
that's
shouldn't
right.
do
That's
it.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry.
shouldn't do it.
It's a
It's
beautiful
one of those
show.
things we
But
should
anyways,
not do.
it gets me all in the feels. Go ahead.
So I came and auditioned for Annie because that was one of
Twice.
my favorite movies
Three
growing up.
times. 3 times.
She auditioned 3 times.
Did Annie?
No, we did The King and I 3 times.
Oh.
I just sorry, go ahead.
Well, it's
But I
been
came and
around for a
auditioned
while.
for Annie. And this was back when Randy he would tell you who was called back at the end of audition. So he would have everybody audition, everybody stayed, and then at the end he would literally call your name in front of everybody.
I mean, I do that sometimes too.
Yeah, I know, but I hate it.
Sorry.
And I remember when I finished auditioning and I came out and it had been about 10 minutes and I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm leaving. And so I started to leave and Andrew Robler saw that I was leaving and literally grabbed me and was like, you had a wonderful audition. Please do not leave. Please don't leave. You were so good. I want you to stay. I really think you have a shot. And so I stayed. And I got a call back and then I came back and I was the leader of the Bums, which fits considering
Wow. And here you
apparently I'm
are.
typecast
Here
these
you are,
days.
5 years later, and you're still
Still
Leader.
a bum, absolutely.
leader.
So I did Annie and then the show right after, which was A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, which is a hilarious show that one is on my list. That one for sure. Oh, that's a fun show that everybody knows, but they don't know they know. Oh, it's so good. But then I left because I wasn't making any friends. Well, I came at the worst time. It was right when Hairspray was going on. And so everybody who was my age that I could have connected with was doing that show right when I joined the theater. So I wasn't making friends with anybody. So I left. And then about 4 or 5 years later, a friend of mine was like, hey, Kiss Me Kate's going on. You should come audition. And I was like, I don't want to do it. And she goes, Kate,
Who?
Whitney Booth. She basically said, you don't have a choice. Either I'm coming and picking you up and taking you, or we're going to meet there. But either way, you're auditioning for this. And I said, fine, whatever. So I auditioned. I walk in and Adrienne is on stage doing something. And she goes, Brittany Green. Oh my gosh. And then I never left. And I've been here ever since. So I celebrated my 10-year anniversary this month, actually. So I turned 21 at the theater and I turned 31 at the theater.
What did you do for your 21st birthday at the theater? And what show was that?
It was Annie. And I laid on the girls' floor and read a book to the girls while they did all of their quick changes because I only had like 2 changes in that show.
Wow.
'Cause I
only
can't
2
dance.
changes.
And Randy was like, you can sing. You stand there.
No, I have to admit, Rodney, like I know what it feels like to be the dentist in the way of costume changes, and not having to do anything but remove my coat was fantastic.
that was so
this show.
great. That was amazing.
That is not the case in this show for you, is
It's
it?
not the case in this show, but it's all my doing. I asked for it.
Yeah, I was going to say you chose this life.
And it's not bad. It's not anything like Tuck. Like Tuck was, we were changing in the middle of a song.
Yes.
Yeah.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I thought I was going to sneeze.
Wow.
Kiss Me Kate was a lot of fun. You came back. Whitney had just come back. Yeah, she had she had come back for Tarzan, but it was one of the shows that she was back for. That was a great cast.
That was Paula's first show. Paul.
Who?
Pearly moment. A pearly moment. That's so funny. We were discussing that today.
Pole. I thought we were going to get through without me hitting that button, but
Oh,
I
I'm
hate
sorry.
it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Way to go, Brittany.
Yeah, we've
That's
got.
gross.
See, if I should have told everybody to bring their headphones so that you could hear on my.
What you need to do is put a little piece of masking tape on that button and just say, "Do not press this button."
do not press. That's a good idea. I was.
What is she
I
doing?
was actually. I didn't want to put the. I didn't want to put the. I was going to put the theme song on, But then I was like, then I would lose the applause button, and I need the applause button. I do it. That's what we do it for. We do it for the applause.
Oh my god.
Applause.
Sounds like a Lady Gaga, is that right?
Yeah, that's the only part of that song I know.
She's good for just repeating a word over and over again.
Listen, I don't listen to like current.
Poker face, poker face.
Okay, so since you brought up current music,
Oh no.
oh, here we go. Okay. Does it work? Oh, she's got fancy headphones. She fancy? They're the ones upstairs, the upstairs booth?
Yeah, I was working on some stuff in the office the other day.
Wow. She said she was working on some stuff in the office, so she stole the booth headphones.
Oh.
This is how I learned.
She's exasperated with us.
She's
I use these a lot this summer because this is what I could when I started having to learn to video edit and audio.
Oh
edit,
yes. Oh
between
yes.
all the virtual stuff and then Diva Dads.
I'm still so impressed that you were like, I'm doing this. Can anybody do this? Nope. All right, I'm going to learn how to do this. That's insane.
Yeah, and it's been good. I don't remember what I was talking about.
Current music.
Current music. Yes.
Why?
So
I'm not sure.
Mandy and I couldn't make my point clear to Mandy, so maybe I can communicate with you people better.
Then your wife?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. But I was listening to classic rock, which is no longer classic. It's like the music
Ancient.
it's the music that I grew up with.
Yep.
That's not classic rock.
Diva burn.
Okay, so now they play stuff. They play like Nirvana and they play Pearl Jam and stuff like that on the classic
That's
rock station.
classic rock.
That's what's on the classic rock station.
What is an oldie station now?
I don't know if they even
Madonna?
have oldies station. No, but there is a I can't remember what the call letters are. I've switched between preset 3 and preset 4, and it's either the classic rock station or it's the like
Wait, hold on.
old school.
You listen to the radio?
Yeah.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, I terrestrial
Listen.
radio is not something that I ever listen to anymore.
No, man.
So they have this great thing called Spotify.
Yeah, but you have to
Called
like
the internet.
you have to like plug your phone in every
Apple
time. I don't have
Music.
time for that.
called Bluetooth.
Yeah,
I don't-
Bluetooth, man.
Go look at my car. My car ain't got no Bluetooth. My car is older than my kids.
ain't got no Bluetooth.
My car is older than my children. Man, step off with that Bluetooth. It's called Bluetooth. Ain't got no like charging dock.
You know they got one of those
Car is
little
like
things
just a-
you can
Just a smidgen off of
you
a
can
classic.
plug
I'm a
this,
teacher. I ain't got time for a
like, fake
new car.
cassette into the deck, and then it.
I
has
used to. It
wire
has
that
a CD
comes out.
player.
Mine has a CD player.
Yeah.
They don't like cars are not made with CD players anymore.
I know. No, I don't think so. Because you got to have those big screens so that you know how to
Speaking
back
of
up.
cars,
My new car has a CD player.
What? You got a new car?
Brittany got a car. Brittany got a car.
how did you get said car?
I got said car because the wonderful Madeline McLevishuse McFarlane. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh, I've been practicing. She's
It's a lot
moving
of last
to,
names.
It's a lot of.
It's even more than like Garrison Tate.
Right. She is moving to Germany with her husband, who is stationed there. He's in the Air Force. Go
Third.
Air Force.
Third.
Hey, be nice. Freddie is in the Air Force,
I know,
and we
they
love
corrected
them.
us last night.
Did
They
you say
refer to
chair
it as
force?
the chair force.
Yes, it's Chair Force.
Because everything is done by like drones now.
Club.
We just sit.
But yeah, so she's going to Germany. I was in need of a vehicle. I posted on Facebook. She reached out to me, and friends help friends, man. Friends help friends.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. She took really good care of it, and it's really nice. And then she got it cleaned, which I wasn't expecting. I took half the day off so that I could clean it and do all those things. She took care of it, which honestly, it's Madeline. I shouldn't have expected anything less. So
Right.
shame on me for that.
But back to the peach.
Oh,
There's no rock music.
I know we touch on
right now-
everything else.
Right now
Yeah.
there's
Oh,
no
in
rock
the
music.
show,
No,
there's
not
no-
in well, yes,
What are
there's
we
no.
talking about?
Oh yeah,
Went
he
back
said
to the
peach, so-
story about back to the
There's
story. I was
no
talking
rock
about.
music
Current-
on the rock stations.
No, there's no current rock music. Like if you think
Oh,
about
interesting.
current music, there's not really rock. There's either bands from our generation continuing to make music.
Or there's Coachella music.
Yeah, or yeah. Like there's really not like
Interesting.
even when grunge and all that kind of stuff came out, they classified it as like adult alternative. So what is adult alternative right now? I don't think it exists.
I know Fallout Boy just came out with a new song that says
not rock.
"Getting Old Sucks."
Look,
I
you
really
know
liked
you're
it.
old when the Foo Fighters are going
classic
into
rock.
the Hall of Fame. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So
kidding me?
I
Oh
just
my gosh.
I pulled up Apple Music and our choices are hits, pop, dance, hip hop, Apple Music Radio, country, feel good, R&B, Latin, fitness, chill, alternative, party, DJ mixes, electronic.
Yeah,
there's
none of that
nothing.
says rock. Also, country
Oh,
music
here's some rock.
is not.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Weezer,
Switchfoot? No.
No.
Switchfoot
No,
is
no.
Christian rock.
Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. That's exciting for him. Garbage, rock. Okay.
Well-
E6, they're still going.
But you
Well,
have
is
like
Garbage still
Hailstrom
going?
Is a rock band right now.
The Wallflowers.
She's fantastic. Hailstrom? Yeah.
Hellstrom?
Yeah. Freaking
Yeah.
sick, man. And that's
I
only
love
like
St.
5,
Vincent,
6 years
but-
old, right?
But like, what radios? Like, if you put on Candy 95, they don't play any of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know
No,
what
but
that
they've
is.
never played rock music.
Okay,
If
but
you want to,
they don't. I thought they were like a top 40 thing, right?
Yeah,
So
but that's not top 40 anymore.
see,
We're
that's
in the
my
TikTok
thing.
age of
But they're
music.
top
Yeah.
40 pop, more specific. They're not going to play any country music unless it's on the pop chart. They're not going to play
Octane
any
on
rock
Sirius
music
XM
unless it's on the pop
is
chart.
Yeah.
fresh new like hard rock stuff. It's
you want-
fantastic. But
If you want a
have to pay
variety,
for a
you go to
subscription to Sirius
104.7,
Yeah,
which is
I don't-
actually the first place I ever heard Harold Presley's voice.
yeah.
It was very weird. So the first show I did with him was a funny thing happened on the way to the forum, and I freaked out when I heard his voice because I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's Harold Presley." that's like I grew up with him. I grew up with his voice. Like his voice took me to school.
That's cool.
And so it was really cool to like meet the dude, and he was so much nicer than I expected.
Did you expect him to be a jerk?
If with my experience with other radio personalities, they're not necessarily the kindest.
Interesting. Interesting.
So
Harold
Kill the
Presley,
tea.
the first time I heard him was at Naked Fish karaoke, and he's singing like an Alabama song. Like I'm eating, I'm not even paying attention. I hear this Alabama tune, and I'm like, "Damn, that's good." And I turn around, and that was just not what I was expecting to be singing in Alabama.
Dana just got more country too.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there eating and I heard Alabama.
and I turned around. I wasn't expecting that.
No, the funniest thing is when Harold would come to rehearsal, this is like and when I still did listen to the radio station, but I would have 104.7 on and I could hear Harold talking through commercial breaks. And then I would come in and he would be here because everything was pre-recorded.
Yeah. Except for that day at the pool
Yeah.
when you called him
That's true.
and got something played that I didn't know
I
because
don't
it was
remember
pop
what it
music.
was, but
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, he
that
sent
was
a
my
song up.
birthday.
Well, that was your birthday.
That was my birthday 'cause
Wow.
I came over to Mike's and we social
Ugh,
distance and
R.I.P.
had a drink
that
by the
house.
pool. I remember that.
What a jerk for selling. his house.
Seriously.
Yeah, Harold used to just to annoy me would dedicate "Party in the USA" to me and play that on the radio all the time because it annoyed me.
Were your hands up?
Never,
Were you playing the song?
never.
I don't know, man. When Little
Butterflies
Andrew
Fly Away?
whatever her
Never.
name, Anna Kendrick sings it. It's pretty cool. Okay, never mind. We'll just move on. Why do you guys
That was
make
kinda
it
creepy,
weird when
Dana.
you just stop like that? I'm just gonna say,
Diva burn.
Sure. It's our fault. That was weird. It's our fault.
I love the collective silence that just happened.
and I fall right into that trap every stinking time.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys. What has been your favorite memory on stage? You'll go last. You got lots of years to go through.
My favorite memory on stage.
Or favorite moment.
My favorite moment as I mean, I think I said this a few weeks ago. I don't know if I'll ever top the role of the dentist because that was just so much fun. Even though Lotta Lord is almost like it was written for me.
I was about to say, I feel like you are this character.
Like if we suddenly get to the point where we're sold out the last weekend or whatever, then maybe Lotta Lord will replace it. But I don't know. The thing was we had nice crowds. So anyway, but my favorite moment on stage was whenever Dana had like an aneurysm during Mamma Mia and suddenly just like flipped all of the all the lines, and everybody was concerned because it was the middle of the run and he just, I don't know, it just went haywire. And he came off and he didn't even realize that anything was wrong. He was just like, "What are you talking about?" And we're like, "Were you not there? You didn't hear all of that nonsense that came out of your mouth?" Okay, you all right, bro? That was my favorite moment on stage. Well, yeah, and Rocky's super awesome. Like I got to hang out with my stage buddy.
When we did Rocky 2 years ago, that scaffolding was fun. It was scary, but it was fun. I'm afraid of, like, terrified of heights, so I'm really proud that I did all of that.
You went down the slide.
I went down the slide, but I would have never remembered where I was supposed to go if it wasn't for this guy in a kilt.
Shocking.
No, it's not.
No, it's shocking that I knew where I was supposed to be.
Oh, I think we would trade off songs.
Yeah,
it's
probably.
like, where are we supposed to go? Oh, here.
Yeah.
Luckily, I think Adrienne caught on because she just put us next to each other.
Yeah, all the
It
time.
was like who is not distracting each other, and those people can stay together.
Yes, she never caught us.
Dana, your turn.
Oh, I don't know. It's tough. I think even though it gets brought up as a dig at me, the vroom vroom's pretty memorable. But I have to say, like expanding what I'm able to do, like dancing and choreography. Like this last role was super challenging, and just for comedic timing on stage is way different than being witty with your friends, right? And trying to learn that. You were about to say some BS. What were you about to say?
I'm so proud of you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take that. Do not make me take that back. No.
So, but I think nailing that, like at the end of that big number, and then like hearing the audience move from being all emotional from the wheel, or not the wheel, sorry, from whatever the previous stuff was before we come into the interaction with Tyler and I, and then into the dance, like hearing them be uplifted in a very difficult show emotionally at times, and know that me and Lucas were responsible for that. Like that's probably now my newest favorite.
Diva point.
What?
Diva point.
Why are you?
have no
Diva
idea.
point. Diva point. Diva
Dana, he was
point.
sitting there with his hand over the button, ready to go.
Just waiting for you to pause.
Diva point. Diva point.
That was honestly, that song is a highlight in Tuck, though.
Yeah, it is.
Because between you and Lucas, it is such a wonderful 11 o'clock number to bring some levity to this really sad story. But you two killed it. And once you learned to enjoy yourself while doing it,
Yep.
it's all, I love watching people enjoy themselves dancing on stage.
Nathan, that was Nathan's favorite part of the show. The guy that was doing lights, it was his favorite part of the show. Every time I was on headset, he'd be like, "Oh, it's coming up! It's coming up! Dana's about to
I thought he did
dance."
audio.
Hold on. What?
Didn't he do audio?
Yeah, he did
Yeah, he
sound.
did
Yeah, he
sound.
was like, "Oh, sound. My bad. My
Caveat
bad."
about Nathan. Nathan did not realize there were two Winnies until we took the cast photo.
Like the front door.
I'm not even kidding you. He did not know there were two Winnies.
Nathan, come on.
That's funny.
Well,
Oh,
So
that
that's
kid.
why he always looked confused when they were like, "Which mic am I supposed to have?"
It's like the same one you had yesterday.
same one you had earlier today.
Jeez.
Oh, He's a hoot.
No, that was fun. All right.
Right, Foo Bear.
Dobby.
What's yours? Oh, sorry, Adrian.
Okay, so I'm okay. I'm gonna try. Okay, so I have different favorites for different reasons.
I love that.
There are certain things that are like favorite things to have been a part of. So when I think about like monumental shows that we did, a chorus line, when we all came out in like our gold costumes and like did the thing, like that was a really cool thing to have been a part of because it's such an iconic musical. But then there's other things that I am like really, it's my favorite things to have witnessed on stage while also in the show. So one of which being anytime we did I'm Going Home in Rocky Horror, because I always had the best view because I'm always like sitting in front of the orchestra or sitting somewhere else. So I always get to watch, not just Frankenfurter, because it was wonderful when it was Brian Wilkie and Justin Dollar and Tyler, obviously, but I got the best view to watch everybody do that song. But the other thing, and I've been thinking about the show a lot recently, is watching Randy and Zorba the Greek and Randy and Cats. Like being able to just like sit back and watch someone just be an absolute master in what they do and make it look like so effortless. So that's
what it's like watching you.
Oh,
No, stop.
I'm uncomfortable.
I don't care that you're uncomfortable. I tell you this all the time. Doesn't make it less true.
Okay, but
Okay, take it back.
Okay, great. Thank you. So yes, favorite moments to be a part of are just like really cool, like monumental things that we've done. Really cool to see Randy and see the stuff in Rocky. But then I will say, on a personal level, like my favorite onstage moments are like the moments when I realized that I was kind of funny. Like I never thought it was funny, and so what?
You're so silly.
But like moments of genuinely making people laugh are always shocking to me because I'm not funny, but like being able to do that with a good script is really fun. And the one time that I felt like really victorious to be funny on my own was in Who's Holiday. And specifically the first year we did it, it was our closing night. And like in the really sad stuff at the end on the couch where she's like all alone and it's so sad, someone's cell phone went off. And obviously this is not scripted. Like someone's cell phone went off. You were there? Yeah. Oh my God. So, you know, someone's cell phone goes off in a theater. You are trained to like, okay, we don't acknowledge it. That's not in our world. And so I was like, yeah, ignore. And then there was like the light bulb that went off. It's like, no. I don't get to ignore this.
No, you don't.
And so, excuse the profanity, but so stopped this like sad dialogue. And I looked at the audience and I sat up and I go, are you kidding me? And I yelled and just went off, and I did it mostly in rhyme.
Nice.
And then like we got back to it, but like that was when I left that moment, I was like, oh my God, I think I'm funny.
Point.
Only in moments.
Only in moments. No, I get it. But I remember I remember feeling comfortable enough to like do the thing, and that was huge. I did it. I said a favorite thing.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Sorry I made you uncomfortable. With a compliment.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
Well, you have to have the intro to that segment is, from Sound of Music. These were a few of our favorite things.
Diva Point.
So we're starting to overuse this button.
It'll taper off. My fascination will taper off.
Okay, cool.
God.
Okay.
Take that away from him.
Roughly at an hour. Yes.
Oh, we're at past.
Yeah.
Well past.
So do we have any final questions for Miss Brittany Green?
What is your favorite moment seeing the dads? And you can include Mike because he's watching right now.
Point.
My favorite moment seeing the dads like on stage. Micah Stacy Jax, you will never take that away from me.
He's
You will never take
watching
that
right
away from
now.
me. I don't care. He did so well. He owned that character. Like it was just his, and it was good. I really what?
I just remember him like cradling
Madeline.
in the bathroom scene, and it was so funny. He's so sincere. It's ridiculous.
I remember from that show when there was a part where he was supposed to hit me with his gorgeousness, and I faint. Well, I went a little too hard and I bruised my tailbone, and he immediately. Okay, don't make that face. Yes,
I have no idea what you're speaking of.
in Rock of Ages,
I fell so hard that I bruised my tailbone. Because I'm supposed to faint. As soon as the song was done, he came to find me to make sure that I was okay. Which perfect Mike. Perfect Mike moment. If that doesn't explain who he is, so worried about his cast members, couldn't care less about if he's about to miss something, which I think he was.
Cool.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, man.
Rodney, I really love you and James, man. I don't know that I've ever seen you have more fun on stage.
Yeah, probably not.
It's
insane.
Ooh, strawberry tots.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of
That was
Diva
the
Rodney.
beginning. That was the beginning.
Ooh, strawberry
It was
tots.
and then Dana, as silly as it is, My Fair Lady, seeing you fall in love with the theater was probably my favorite thing. You came in and I felt like you didn't really want to be there. You got roped into it.
Yeah.
100%. You got roped into it. And then within a week, you were like, oh, these are my people. You came and talked to me about costumes more than anybody else in the cast because you were so into it. And just watching you fall in love was a lot of fun.
Cool.
So I think those are my favorite moments of the dads.
And what
You gonna
about
cry?
our artistic
Don't
director,
cry.
Adrian Dobson?
My favorite moment with Adrian would have to be her as Morticia. Just that entire run. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
That watching you get to be the cold bitch you are on stage
On the inside.
to people was so great. It was so great. I loved it. It was so good.
It was my truest self.
It really was. And then Kathy's dress she made
Oh
for
my
you.
gosh.
It was
That's amazing.
it was beautiful.
Despite the chemical burns.
Listen.
Caused by a dress.
Caused by the
but
tape
type-
required to keep the dress on and in
Because
the right
we had
place.
because we had to use double-sided tape, not actual
Oof.
Yeah.
Fashion
good
tape.
fashion tape because
There
fashion
was-
tape didn't work.
Because it was referenced as the dress that was cut from here down to Venezuela.
Do we still have that picture somewhere?
No, and I know who threw it away too. Alan took a headshot of me as Morticia, and he made a scale because he put the map of Central and South America on me, so you could see where the cut to Venezuela was, and he had different countries along the way.
That's
It was
That's
really
fantastic.
funny. It was
Remind me, and I'll tell you later who threw it away. It won't surprise you.
no, probably not.
Awesome.
Guys, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
This has been a lot of fun.
Thanks for
Absolutely.
segueing into our
I
exit.
know.
Well, I was just
That was
gonna
well
do
done.
it.
Well done.
It's been a while since we've ended a show.
Yeah.
I really like talking. I love podcasts, so I do one for work pretty often. So
Really?
I do.
You want to plug it?
No,
Okay. Very nice.
can we cut that?
No.
Well, I mean,
No,
I
no,
think
no.
that it-
Please cut it because I will get fired.
we got you.
We got you. We can do that.
Yeah, it's live right now, so good luck. All right.
Oh, well.
Well, thank you guys.
It's two people
and this was
watching.
kind of cool with the setup there. Had a little issue today and didn't really want to leave the house. So, but I see that you guys had a lot of fun together, and I think we can, as things get a little better. I think yesterday there were a whole 7 COVID cases in Brazos County. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
That's
down really
awesome.
low.
things are really trailing down, and that's fantastic. So we can do stuff like that as we move forward. So, any last thoughts, parting shots?
Get your tickets to James and the Giant Peach by going to theatercompany.com/tickets.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good show.
It's a great show.
It
It's a
is.
great show. These kids outshine the adults 10 times.
False.
The adults.
No,
Also, I'll be back in it Saturday night.
What is that? I do
Oh,
have that
okay.
question.
Yes.
What is it like to have your daughter upstage you?
Oh, well, I better get used to it because
Yeah, you better.
it's just the beginning.
She's pretty fabulous.
I'm sure you're proud.
I am very proud.
Yeah. Why wouldn't
Any
you?
parting words for your theater company family and the 7 listeners / 1 listener, Linda Bendixson?
/ our other Diva Dad, Mike.
Yeah, that's probably who it really
Probably
is.
is the only one watching.
It's like on his phone in the hospital.
Oh,
Poor Mike. We love you, Mike.
come see the show.
Mhm.
Love your people well.
Mhm.
Wash your freaking hands.
And choose kindness.
Cool, man.
Wow, that's awkward.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining, or thank you for watching if you watch it or listen, because we'll have to edit all of this out. Not all of it. But seriously, thank you. I can't wait till we can get to start doing more of these. I miss being a part of the Diva Dads. It's been a little over a year since we started, and we appreciate everybody's support, especially the theater company for allowing
There's
us
our
to
anniversary
continue to do
gift.
this. If they
Yeah.
didn't want us to do it, they could tell
I
us
want
to
an
stop, and I
anniversary
would
gift.
So, happy Britmas. We love everybody. Thank
over.
you guys. We'll see y'all.
But this isn't over till the
Good
31st.
night.
Bye.